Now we'd like to begin the seminar hosted by Financial Security Institution. So thank you so much for coming here based on your interest in financial security. My name is Kwon Oh-seung. I'm a team leader of the FinTech assessment team at FSI. Now, the title of this seminar is Financial Security Strategy for Successful Digital Innovation of Finance. We will look at some of the security threats and also come up with strategies to respond to them. We have experts in the industry from home and abroad in terms of cloud, metaverse, NFT, security attacks, and so on. They will tell us their analysis and share some of the best practices. Our last presentation, titled Analysis of Cyber Attacks Targeting Credit Cards. It will be made by Mr. Cho Hyun-ho, who's a manager at FSI. Please welcome him with a big hand. Good afternoon. My name is Cho Hyun-ho from Financial Security Institute. So we aim to create a trusted and confident finance environment. And my presentation is one of the tasks that we are carrying out, and that is credit card information that is being leaked in dark web. So there are many illegal payments made by leaked card information, which does harm to the consumers. Then where are those information leaked and where are they distributed? So we tracked them, and in the process of doing so, we were able to analyze various security threats and leaked credit card information. So this is a table of content. So in 2015, Financial Security Institute was mandated to respond to hack incidents in the financial sector. So we analyze the causes of various hack incidents in the financial sector and take countermeasures. Attackers are expanding their activities to the dark web, so FSI is continuously monitoring security threats against the financial sector on the dark web. In this process, we've confirmed that in recent years, millions of card information has been distributed through the dark web. Hence, we're taking countermeasures to prevent further harm to financial companies and consumers. But this series of processes involving stealing and distributing credit card information is a one-sided claim made by criminals operating on the dark web. Anonymity is guaranteed in the dark web, so the source and authenticity of the leaked information are not clear. Therefore, we cannot fully believe their claims. Therefore, by tracking the malware and threat group targeting credit cards, as well as the transaction system of the dark web, we have identified the actual level of security threats that occur on the dark web. And we also analyzed the credit card information distributed on the dark web and checked for information that was not evident on the surface. Next, based on the outcome of the analysis, I'd like to talk about threats of cyber attacks targeting credit card information. So these are trends in security threats against credit cards. Payments using credit cards is largely divided into online payment and offline payment. In this process of payment, the user's credit card information can be subject to theft. In the case of offline payment, the POS terminal installed at the store may be infected with malicious codes that steal the information. For online payment, the user's personal computer or online shopping mall website may be hacked, and that's how the credit card information may be stolen. Now, credit card can be used not only for sales, but it can also be used to produce duplicate cards through which fraudulent payments or withdrawals can be made. So credit card information is much more valuable than personal information. And cloning a card is easy, as you can see in this image, with a cloning tool, a dummy card, and a program, and voila. The tools needed for card cloning are easily available on the dark web. It is, to our understanding, that a single Korean credit card information is traded at around $5. The attackers penetrate from outside through the POST terminal and install a malware. The malware targets the track-to information that comes up from the magnetic reader when payment is made. The usual technique is that the card information is collected in the memory or the payment module is manipulated. The stolen information is transferred to the attacker's server. Now, the following is about the current status of the dark web black market and the life cycle of leaked card information. The dark web is a specific network that operates based on anonymity. And the thing with dark web is that you need to access it using a specific browser called Tor, and the URL for access is not common words but a complex and random string. And some dark web sites are open only at certain times, or they're frequently opened and closed to avoid investigation. The black market where leaked credit card information is traded is very diverse, but if we were to classify them into the method of sales, they would be categorized into three: cybercrime forum, marketplace, and Karting Shop. In the case of the cybercrime forum, the seller writes a post to sell the information and the buyer contacts the seller directly. After that, the transaction will not proceed in the post. Rather, the transaction will be made through a private channel such as Telegram indicated by the seller on the post or through secure emails. Marketplace is similar to the open market system that you're all familiar with, like the 11th Street and G Market. And Marketplace features various commodities, not only credit card information, but also drugs and illegal weapons. Since there is no trust between sellers and buyers within the dark web, usually marketplace operators offer escrow services for transactions to take place. Finally, Karting Shop. It's a site that specializes in selling credit card information only. And the biggest difference between Marketplace and Karting Shop is that usually there are only one or two operators running the Karting Shop. Plus, it's operated in the form of an AVC system. The AVC system is like a vending machine that we use in our daily lives where buyers will recharge cash in advance and select and purchase the data that they want only. The life cycle of credit card information is basically an analysis of the entire process and step of the credit card information being leaked and discarded. And there are 5 steps in total, and let's take a closer look at each step. In the first stage, the malicious code goes into the POST terminal or the user's personal computer and infects the system. Users sometimes get infected by downloading programs from the internet, or other times there are mass infections due to external attacks such as zero-day, and also weak update logic could be a reason. Since POST terminals are focused on operation, security updates are often not made and vaccines are often not installed, which make them vulnerable to zero-day attacks. And there are frequently cases in which remote service system is installed to manage the POST devices that are scattered across multiple locations, or use of unsecured update logic. Second is the payment step, where the user's card information is entered and transmitted via offline and online. The third step is information theft. Malicious codes installed in POST terminals steal credit card information from various sections. So, for example, key logging is performed where the information is transferred from the reader to the program, or the data is intercepted in the memory, disk, and network communication section during payment processing. The fourth step is the distribution of stolen card information. People sell them by uploading posts on the dark web, black market, or registering them in a marketplace or carding shops. Now, the last step is about the leaked card information being leaked. Card information is valid for 5 years from the date of issuance, so the leaked card information will naturally become discarded after a certain time. Plus, FSI monitors domestic credit card information distributed on the dark web. If we identify some card information through monitoring, we share that with the credit card companies so that it is not used illegally. Now, the following is a case study of unhacked card information on dark web. Now, you might have heard of Klop. It's a ransomware group, and it actually hacked into a large company here in Korea and distributed ransomware to paralyze its business, and they demanded bitcoins in return for recovering files infected with ransomware and threatened to disclose 2 million card information they claimed to have hacked if the company did not comply with the request. From December 3rd to 26th, 2020, Klop released 1 million card information on their dark web website on a total of 10 occasions. So we analyzed the 100,000 card information released initially, and we found that most cards were already applied to FTS or expired. So excluding them, only 13% was found to be valid. Afterwards, over 9 occasions, 900,000 card information was leaked. We analyzed them, and the outcome was very similar. The red part of the graph is a ratio of information that overlaps with those previously disclosed on the dark web, and we found that about 60 to 65% of them overlap. As a matter of fact, through international cooperation, members of Klop were arrested, which made headlines. However, the arrested members were not involved in the hack of the Korean company that I mentioned earlier. Now, this is the outcome of the profiling analysis on the leaked card information that we did, and profiling on investigation is basically a technique that analyzes evidence left at the crime scene or the crime patterns to specify the criminal's psychological state or tendency. So in the cyber arena, it profiles malicious codes to specify the attack group. So with regards to leaked card information on the dark web, the FSI analyzed statistical rules or patterns hidden in the data, thereby extracting information that are not evident on the surface, and then profiling was conducted to verify the authenticity of the data. Analysis data for profiling is targeted at leaked card information in the dark web. There were 6 massive card information leaks in 2020 and 2021, and the total number of cases is about 5.5 million. The source of each card information, the time of leak, and the number of leaks were used in the analysis, and they're shown in the table here. And based on the profiling results, we analyzed the source of each card information and their associations. As a result, we found that the actual card information leaked from post terminals and shopping malls, and fake card information created by clone generators or by being combined with leaked information are in the dark web Karting Shop. But then the Karting Shop was hacked, and we saw that the card information leaked for the second time was being distributed on the dark web again. Now I'd like to move on to the conclusion. Credit card information is constantly being released on the dark web. Attack methods of malware against post terminals are evolving, and attempts to neutralize existing security systems continue. Dark web criminals are skilled at blackmailing and deceiving users by using false information, so efforts are needed to identify or distinguish fake information. The FSI has analyzed millions of card information leaked on dark web, and as a result, we found that among the numerous card information disclosed so far, actual threat information is very few compared to the number known through the media. Therefore, rather than fully believing the claims of dark web criminals, efforts should be made to identify false information, identify the substance of that information, and make necessary responses. The FSI monitors not only the dark web, but also various threat channels to prevent consumer harm and makes necessary countermeasures. Going forward, we will strive our efforts to create a safe and confident environment. Thank you very much. That concludes my presentation. We will now take questions. If there are no questions, then I will end here. Thank you very much. Thank you. So that was the Financial Security Seminar hosted by FSI. Thank you so much, our presenters and attendees, for coming to this seminar. And with that, we would like to conclude the event. Thank you.